I never imagined the day my fiancée put another man's name on our wedding invitations. I'd feel a calm so cold, it nearly froze my blood. Yet there I was, staring at a stack of 200 invitations that read, Mr. and Mrs. Kensington request the pleasure of your company at the marriage of their daughter. Vanessa Blythe to Cameron Rhodes. My name is Mason Carter. Not Cameron. Vanessa, 29, was everything I thought balanced me out. I'm meticulous. Spreadsheets are my religion. I plan for every scenario. She's chaotic, impulsive, lives for the aesthetics, the vibe, the perfect moment. For a year, I thought her whirlwind was charming. She thought my orderliness was comforting. Turns out her chaos had a secret resident, her ex, Cameron. We were 3 weeks away from our wedding. Stress had been mounting, a mountain of floral arrangements, cake tastings, and pricey decor, mostly on my credit cards. Her mother, Lorna, 52, is the ringleader, a woman who treats wedding planning like an Olympic sport, and apparently my wallet as her own. I've been the silent financier of this circus, signing checks while smiling. Vanessa had insisted on designing the invitations herself. Her creative touch required a boutique letterpress company that cost more than my car. She said, Mason, it's the first thing people see. Sets the tone. The box arrived yesterday. I was excited. The top card slid out of the box like a promise. Creamy, thick cardstock, elegant gold lettering. Then my eyes locked on the names. Cameron Rhodes, I blinked, then blinked again. 200 invitations all the same. Cameron Rhodes. My stomach sank, but strangely my body went numb. I walked into the living room, where Vanessa and Lorna were absorbed in arranging flowers on a laptop. Vanessa, I said, my voice distant. We have a small problem with the invites. She looked up, her expression blank. Oh, okay. How do they look? Are they perfect? They're great, I said, holding up a card. Except there's a typo. Lorna laughed nervously. Did they misspell your last name? No, I said evenly, letting the words land like cold bricks. They got your name right. But they put Cameron's name instead of mine. Silence. Vanessa froze. Then her laughter bubbled up, high-pitched, frantic, like a balloon about to pop. Oh my God, she said, covering her mouth. It's a typo. I must have uploaded the wrong file. So embarrassing. A typo? I echoed, my voice flat, almost a whisper. You literally uploaded a file titled Vanessa and Cameron's Wedding. Her face drained of color, then flushed red. Mason, you're dramatic. It's just a mistake. Right, I said, smiling tightly. A typo, a silly little mistake. Don't worry. I'll fix it. I could see her relax, a sigh of relief. She returned to her laptop. Good, see, not a big deal. Flowers are important, right? I nodded, closed the door to my office, and let the anger, the betrayal hit. Then I began planning. Step 1, money. $22,000 left in my dedicated wedding account. Gone. Step 2, venue. I called the Grand Oak and canceled the reception. $25,000 in deposits lost, but worth every penny. Step 3, vendors, one by one canceled. Step 4, the typo fix. I drafted a new email to all 200 guests. The wedding of Mason Carter and Vanessa Blythe is canceled. However, you're invited to my I'm Single Again party. I stared at the send button. My hand shook. Then I clicked it. By 7:00 p.m., my phone was already melting. Texts, calls, emails. Megan, my best man, was the first. Dude, holy, what did you do? My mom's calls followed, frantic. Mason, what is going on? Mutual friends were blowing up my inbox. Half were incredulous, half cheering silently. Meanwhile, Vanessa and Lorna were still blissfully debating centerpieces in the living room, unaware of the digital storm. I watched from my office, calm, collected. Then Vanessa appeared, face pale, holding her phone like it might bite her. Mason, what's the Apex Lounge? She asked, voice small, almost trembling. That's my fix, I said, stepping into the living room. I canceled the wedding. Invited everyone to a new venue. You're not invited. Her scream pierced the air. You canceled? You can't just… What about Cameron? You can't. I shrugged, ice in my veins. It was a typo. You uploaded his name on the invite. I fixed the clerical error. Her lips trembled. You psychopath! You ruined everything. My wedding, my dream. I leaned closer, voice low and steady. You tried to make him part of my life again, even after all this time. I'm not tying my life to someone who'd commit fraud over a typo. At that moment, Lorna processed the situation, face turning a shade of crimson I didn't know existed. She stepped in front of Vanessa. "You're going to fix this, Mason. You'll call everyone back, apologize. You've humiliated my daughter. Good night, Lorna and Vanessa." I added casually, "I'm changing the locks tomorrow." "Make plans," I walked out. The Apex Lounge was buzzing by 8 p.m., friends pouring in, laughing, sharing disbelief at the story. Over 100 people showed up. The bar tab? My gift to myself. Music, food, laughter, it was glorious. The revenge wasn't just the party. It was reclaiming my life, proving I could move on without chaos and lies. Meanwhile, back at the condo. Well, Vanessa and Lorna didn't take the news quietly. Apparently, the last 48 hours were spent in grief, which translated to petty destruction. Leather chair slashed. High-end blender gone. My entire spice collection dumped into the sink. Perfume bottles emptied on the mattress. Toothbrush found in the toilet. I laughed while hearing reports. $25,000 in damages? Worth every penny. Vanessa finally called from a blocked number. You served me? How could you? I'm being abused. You tried to steal $15,000 from me, I replied calmly. You're out. Get your things. Then came the pièce de résistance, the cake topper. The Yellow 500 custom silhouette defaced. Vanessa had drawn, well, vulgar things on it and snapped her own figure off at the ankles. You can't have that, I said. I paid for it. She screamed, No, I did. It's mine. We had a standoff that would make a reality TV producer jealous. Police officers present, supervising the move out, ensured no one went beyond legal bounds. 2 hours later, they were gone, the condo mine again. I laughed, truly laughed. Free, alive, unburdened. The fallout was biblical. Vanessa moved in with Cameron and her mother, plotting, fuming. Mutual friends spread the story. Social media whispers painted the truth, and me. I slept on an air mattress for a week, no blender, a slightly damaged chair, but 100% free. 2 weeks after the wedding that never was, peace finally settled in. Well, almost. My inbox had calmed. My lawyer was thrilled, and my apartment smelled like lemon cleaner instead of Chanel No. 5 and bad decisions. I went back to work. People whispered at first, then laughed with me. The story had become legend. Someone even started a Reddit thread. Guy cancels his own wedding and turns it into an I'm single again party. It got 80K upvotes overnight. Vanessa, meanwhile, was waging her own war. She posted a long, tear-stained Instagram story. He humiliated me for no reason. I just wanted my dream wedding. Comments didn't go how she hoped. One user wrote, Girl, you tried to charge him 15K for a cake topper and centerpieces. Be serious. The internet, ruthless as always, handled the rest. Her mother, Lorna, sent me a letter, a real, handwritten one. You destroyed a beautiful woman's life. I hope you're proud. I smiled, folded it neatly, and used it as a coaster for my morning coffee. But not everything was petty revenge. A week later, I got an email from Cameron. The subject line, man to man. I didn't know she was still talking to you like that. She told me everything. Sorry for being part of that mess. That was the closure I didn't know I needed. I didn't reply, but I didn't delete it either. Maybe one day I'd forgive, but not today. Friday night, same hour I should have been saying vows. I sat at the Apex Lounge again. The bartender grinned. Back for round 2? Yeah, I said. This time just water. A woman nearby overheard and laughed softly. You're that guy, huh? The one who canceled his wedding? I turned, smiled. Guilty? She smiled back. Well, cheers to dodging bullets. We clinked glasses. For the first time in months, it wasn't out of spite, but peace. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't humiliation or chaos. It's finally being unbothered.